Welcome to my FlossTube channel. This is like my 10th intro, so welcome. I am not gonna do this again. Why are intros so hard? I feel awkward. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Tammy, and I want you to know I'm so thankful that you're here. This is where I am showing my FlossTube journey, a little bit of crafting, how I'm finishing, things that I'm up to, and everything in between, all of the fun life that all of us crafters are up to, whatever. I'm an empty nester, so this is what I'm doing with my free time now. It's fun, it's exciting, it's stressful, it's invigorating, it's exhausting. And probably a little bit of everything in between. But you know what? It is bringing me joy. I feel like creating is something that it's one of my gifts, right? And it gives me the opportunity to connect with people, and people are my favorite thing about this whole journey is the friendships and the connections that I have had the opportunity to make. And so, speaking of friendships, let's talk about our friendship cell. So my friend, my sweet, sweet, precious friend, Lara, and I came up with this idea the end of December, beginning of January. We were trying to decide what we were going to do for the next few months, and I came up with this idea, and Lara gifted us this pattern, and I'm gonna hold it up if you have not seen it. It is beautiful, it's lovely, and it was such an honor to work with Lara. Lara is Textile Crafts, and if you can't, just so you know, there are hearts and bows on this border, and I am absolutely obsessed, because if you know me, I love everything girly. I love hearts, I love bows, I love lace, I love satin, I love pretty things. And so I feel like this is like the truest gift I could have been given. Not just the pattern, but the friendships. And I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to meet Lara through FlossTube. And not only Lara, but so many of you have reached out, and we have had the opportunity to become fast friends. And I want you to know that that is the best part of FlossTube to me, is the connections that I am making along the way. And I want to talk just a little bit about this friendship in case you have missed it. We have both talked about it on our channels, but if this is your first time, you may not have heard about it yet. So this is a free pattern that Lara gifted us. All you have to do is go over to her, to the link that I'll put in the description, and sign up for her newsletter. She is not going to spam y'all, I promise. That's what she promised me. It literally is going to be when she has new releases coming out, something exciting. Now this weekend, she was going to be posting, because market is right around the corner, and she has several new patterns that y'all are not going to want to miss. I seen one of them stitched up, and it is perfection. Y'all are going to love it. I can't wait for you to see it. And so she's just going to share her new releases. If there's an exciting event coming up, she may share that, but she's not going to spam y'all with it. So go reach out, follow her. You'll love her. She's got a very calming voice. She is probably the polar opposite of me. Those of you that know, you know, I'm high energy. I'm a force to be reckoned with. And Lara is just calm and relaxing, and it's lovely to get to be with her, because we balance each other out, I think. So yesterday we wanted to film something that we were going to premiere, and that's not going to happen. We did film it yesterday, but her video quality was not the best. And so it was not even a usable video. And it's a little sad because what we did was we talked about this project that I'm going to show you in just a minute. And oh, sorry, y'all. Bentley, shh. Hold on, I'm going to have to go let him out. Okay, he had to go outside because somebody was walking past the house. And he's Paw Patrol, so he's got to let me know that there was somebody walking past. Okay, where was I? Oh, I know. I was talking about this project. So we took the time yesterday and we filmed. We were going to do a premiere. It was going to be a whole thing, and sometimes the best laid plans. So she calls me about 5 minutes later and she's like, Tammy, the video quality is terrible. Like, my video was fine, but her video quality was not the best. And so it just didn't work out, and that's okay. We will both post pictures on our Instagram of the projects that we made. So this was something that I came up with when this project did not go as planned. So originally I was going to do a walkthrough on how to make this pattern, right? Or this pillow. And your girl had problems with the lace, like a lot of problems. Like, I had to call in reinforcements. Don't tell anybody though. So I didn't show that video because it wasn't the best. And it's okay. So for those of you that have reached out to me and said you took my advice in the last FlossTube and you got out your sewing machine and you enjoyed the process, it didn't have to be perfect. Look, you would not know that I was struggling the way I was with this project. And looking at it right now, it's perfect, right? This was a rushed project because I was trying to release my class and all of the work that went into getting ready for the class, which was like, I was ordering product. I was reaching out to retailers. I was trying to get everything over to Annie, which meant I was on Canva designing instructions. I was designing an introduction page. I was doing all the things that take time. And I was trying to get these done in the process. And so I was trying to hurry up, but I got them done. And I got her shipped out to her. That was the other thing, is she was waiting on a market release project that she needed to photograph. And I needed to email that, or to not email, to really mail that to her. And then I wanted to send her pillow at the same time because I didn't want to pay for shipping twice. Y'all know how it goes. The logistics. So I want to show y'all something, but don't tell. I haven't even finished the back. I probably will do it this week because this week is a little bit calmer and your girl needed a calm week. So I love the way this turned out. Here's the little charm. Let me see. The little charm I done was just a little beige dangle. And then a little heart. Let me see if I can show it a little bit better. It's a little heart inside of, it's like a stone inside this heart that just is a floating stone. And I love it. And then I just done a cute little finishing pin and a bow. In that tutorial yesterday, I was showing how to make bows, and it's okay. We'll do that a different day. Okay, I want to talk about this project right here. So because I wasn't able to film, we were going to do a premiere and all of that. We decided that we would do something like this. I don't know how many hearts. We never talked about how many we were going to make and what we were going to do with them. But the thought process behind this project is, you know how, especially for new stitchers, that would be me. I say I'm new. I'm not that new, but I don't stitch that fast, and so I don't have that many projects. But we want to stitch something, and we want to put it in a dough bowl, but we may not have enough to completely fill up a dough bowl yet. So my thought behind this was, let's do something that's creative that we can add with our stitched pieces. And so we went on Pinterest, because where do you get inspiration? Pinterest. And we started looking through photographs. And TammyTutero.com had this free pattern on her website. And so we just downloaded it, and that was the template we used. And so y'all go over to Pinterest and do, I think my keywords were shabby chic pillow, or maybe primitive pillow. Maybe I put in primitive pillow. That's what I done. Primitive pillow finishes. And I found this pattern. I loved it. I'll add the inspiration picture at the end so you can see where my inspiration came from, and I'm going to show you what I came up with. Yesterday in the tutorial, I actually finished one with y'all. I saved one to finish with y'all. That didn't work out because we weren't able to upload. I had one more that the seam at the top had not caught, so I just went over. I did catch that seam. It's a little wonky. Wonky doesn't bother me. I like the primitive look. I am probably like a boho and shabby chic fusion decor. That's how I decorate. So I like unperfected things. I like textures. I like different materials. Like, that's my jam. So you'll notice in each one of my projects, there's a lot of textures. There's different fabric textures, there's different colors, there's different dimensions, and I'll show you those in a minute. But this was one I didn't finish. When I did go back and catch that seam, it kind of made this a little wonky. Nobody will know, because I'm going to add the cutest little bow right here, and nobody will ever be able to tell it's not perfect. So I wanted to show you the pattern. Lara did two different ones. Three different ones, because she used this pattern on one of hers, and then she done your basic regular, just a fat round heart, you know, kind of this shape. And then she done one where it's kind of like a primitive look. It's a little higher on one side and a little shorter on the other side. She said she was going to link a file for her Google Drive, so you could go get those patterns for free if you wanted to use them. Now, what I loved about Lara's versus mine was she done the raw version where you did not turn them right side out. No, I think on two of them she did. Some of them she had turned right side out, and some of them were inside out with raw seams, and then she done the pinking shears. I loved the difference. And so I'm going to show you mine. I'm going to show you how I done mine and kind of talk about the different, my different thought processes behind them. We will start out with this one. This is what this one looks like. As you can tell, it's kind of like a corduroy texture. I added some wire on here. I wrapped wire around a pencil and just added 3 little spirals here. A lot of the times I'll do 3, 5, or 7, which is like rule of thumb when you're doing flower picks or anything like that. I don't know who made the rule up. I just tend to follow that because it does look better when you do that. Okay, these hearts were rather hard to stuff in the end. On one of them, I even actually was trying to pack the tip, and I struggled a little bit in the fact that I poked a hole through it. The way it's laying in this dough bowl, nobody will know, and it's fine. It's really adorable. People are only going to see how cute they are. So I took a wooden button. I added some wire through there. I just used my tools, twisted it, added a cute little springy looking center to it. These are picks from Dollar General, and I want to say they were $1.25, and this is only probably a third of what was on the pick for $1.25. On the back, I finished it like this, something simple. These are like the Rangers distressed safety pins. I don't remember if they were called like bits and bobs or something like that. The next one that's in my dough bowl, I am absolutely obsessed with this. So my son was gifted the remains of some antique items that were left in an old storage building that had been abandoned. And the owner reached out to him and gifted him Pyrex, which came to your girl's house. I was super excited because it was like the aquas, some of the, oh, I don't even know the name of the specific ones, but they're the ones that are like that bronzy, rustic, orangey color. I got several casserole dishes of that. My favorites were the 2 or 3 aqua ones that he brought me out of that. Made your girl's heart happy. But in that package, I received some vintage jewelry. I wish I knew and was able to get a hold of the person this belonged to, because this is stunning. I mean, I don't know if they gifted her a heart for special occasions, but each one of these little hearts on the back of them, they have an engraved message, which are just, it's so precious. There were some larger ones. This is like a little, the arrow is through this little tiny one. Just, there's some with stones in there, but the detail in these are just so pretty. So I didn't want to take the charm bracelet apart, which was my original thought. My throat's getting tickly. Sorry. So I didn't want to take the bracelet apart. I just spit on myself on film. I was praying this morning at church. Amelia's like, ma'am, calm down. You're spitting on me. I said, well, scoot over. So there again, I took these safety pins. Y'all probably gonna be like, oh my goodness, this girl. I'm just keeping it real. Took those safety pins and I just pinned it. I kept it simple. I added this little Grosgain bow, and I stamped with Ranger Distress ink and an ink stamp that I had from, is that, oh my goodness, what is it? Stampin' Up. And then added a few feathers, because the way my brain works, like lovebirds, there's got to be feathers. I don't know. It's weird. And then this is just a button that I had in stash. It's kind of like an opal essence kind of look. I love this one. This was one of my favorite ones. On the back, and I don't know if you can tell, this is like a linen blend fabric, and it's got some gorgeous texture. Let me see if I can get, so pretty. Let me not zoom in on the wrinkles. And then I just hot glued, or Aleene's glued, each one of these layers. Some of them were different ones. Stampin' Up. No, this is a Tim Holtz stamp. And then I just left it raw because I like that look. And this was trim that I got. I want to say I paid 75 cents for a spool of that at Hobby Lobby one day. And see how I set this kind of sideways and put that in the side? Nobody knows. Okay, this one is another linen blend, and this is like a super, this one was a little challenging to work with, because to me, it was a little bit stretchier, which was fine. I mean, it turned out fine. There's the back. And the back says, gentle thoughts of you. And so I just stamped that. I kind of fringed my little tag just like that. You just pull one little strand and then just pull, if you don't know how to do that. This is like a little jump ring looking thing. I can add a card or anything in here if I choose to. I just wanted to add a bow. Same thing. And I left some of these unglued, and that doesn't bother me, because who's going to really pick these up, right? There's not many people going to pick them up. This was in one of those remnant packs of ribbons that you get in the fabric section over at Hobby Lobby. This was like a whole bunch of different threads, and really it's eyelash trim and this little ribbon here that were in that little ribbon pack. Goodness, words. And so I loved it. I love the way it turned out. It's like a little, you know, it's when you do boho, like, I don't know, this is just my vibe. I like the way it looks. So love this one. And I did do, oh, Lord, tell me what the name of that was called. Something tape. Y'all know what it is. Anyways, I don't know. And I just laid it across one piece of fabric, crisscrossed it, sewed across it, sewed the other one, added the bow. I love it. Okay, and then I think this one is my favorite one, and it's giving me like shabby chic vibes. Y'all may not think so, but I think so. Okay, this has got some really pretty dimension to it. I don't know if you can see the fabric. You see the, I don't know. I just loved it. This one is a little bit stretchy, and so it was challenging. I mean, the more I packed it, the more it needed. And I was like, girl, calm down. Like, I don't know. Anyways, this is just in that same lace pack that was just in my stash, was this gorgeous piece of lace here. And then I added a bling that I had laying over here in my stash. This is from my scrapbooking days. I took and inked it with that same ink and the same stamp. I done a stamp that says love ya on this. This is like a little ruffle detail that I'd done. And so when I laid the fabric down, I kind of scrunched it 2 or 3 times, ran it through the machine, scrunched it 2 or 3 more times, ran it through the machine, and it gave me that look. And your girl is obsessed. Like, I love this one. Ink the edges of that. And on the back, same thing. I left it unglued, added some of these little safety pins. And if you'll notice on these safety pins, I'm going to show you the end. So the end of this does not have, like a regular safety pin has that little round thing. These are just raw. There's nothing there. And so you can use them for charms. You know the bulb clips that a lot of people that are floss tubers or finishers use? These would work just as good, and it gives you a different look. And I love them. So they come in like this bronzy color. They come in silver. They come in gold. They come in all different colors. So there's that one. Here's this one. I was trying to come up with another little finish that was different. This is more of like, what I call this? Like the gears. I don't know. I have a whole little tub that has like vintage kind of charms and different things like that. This was in there. And so I just stuck them on this little charm, and I am obsessed with this. This was one of my favorite ones. And Laura and I were so funny because we're talking about this seam binding in our video, and she got a straightener, like a flat iron out, and she straightened her seam binding because she, in her video, like in her portion, she was like, I don't want any wrinkles. I don't want anything. And I was giggling to myself listening to her because I'm like, that's what I love. Like, look, mine, the more crinkled and stained it is, like, I just love it. And so I crinkle this about 2 or 3 times, and I get it from Polly's place over on Etsy. She's got gorgeous trims and or seam binding, crushed seam binding. So this is how finished this one, and I just loved the vintage frame and the clock. It just looks so good. And then on the back, this one's finished like this. Love ya. Same stamp. I don't know. I just loved it. There's something about it I loved. And added a gear. Okay, the next to the last one is this one. And I love the textures. I layered 3 different pieces that were in that bundle together and added them here. I love the way it turns out. This talks about determination. It's the definition of determination in here. I added a clock hand. There's a little clock charm, a bird's nest, and then I added Chanel trim on the sides. And then the back looks like this. It's a little bird, a clock. There's little writing. That same safety pin. That's kind of the same theme that I went with every single one of them. And then this is the one that I actually kind of finished and talked about on the recording that we were going to do for the premiere yesterday. So I found this little purse. It's a piece of a chatelaine at an old antique shop. And I kept going back in there thinking like, okay, if one piece is there, maybe I'll eventually find more pieces. She sold a complete chatelaine for like $79 the day or week before. I can't remember. I think it was the day before I came in. She had set it aside a week before or something. But I didn't catch that one in time, but I loved this little purse. And so I just wanted to add it on this pillow. I done these while we were on the video yesterday. This is just some, I think I paid 49 cents for this trim. And it looks like this. And I think this is, no, this is, oh, this was one I want to talk about. This one has like a sizing, this fabric. It's from Hobby Lobby. It's got a little bit of texture to it already. It's got little slubbies. And I love that. But then I went ahead and I added more with that stamp. I just stamped it. She's like, girl, I would be scared to do that online, on screen. And I was like, no, that's not how I do. So that's what that looks like. I feel like all the different metals, I don't normally add metal colors, but I wanted this to be like all of the metals. I don't know, because I was digging through that and I wanted to use them up. Like, do y'all ever have stuff that you love so much, you keep it in your stash and you're like, why am I not using that? That's me. I am trying to use some of these products up on projects. There you go, sister. Because they bring me joy. Obviously, if I'm hoarding them or keeping them in my stash because I love them so much, just use them. Use them on something you're going to put out. And so this, I got this at antique shop as well. I think I paid 25 cents for it. My little heart is upside down. Let me see if I can turn that back. So this is just a little findings in the charm section somewhere I got it. And those same, these are like in a gold finish. I done that same stamp. I kind of wanted that same feel on the ones that I done. I used pinking shears and that's how this one looks. So I love it. I think it's fun. It's adds a lot of texture to this bowl. Now I'm going to get some stitched pieces done and start adding some stitched pieces to this where it's not just the hearts. And I can kind of pull out and add in as I need to. So I've not done a lot of stitching. I literally have just got probably maybe 100 stitches on Maggie May since the last time I've done a FlossTube update. So I don't really have anything to show as far as progress, even though I've done a lot. I've filmed a lot and got a lot of things done. And that's okay. And I give myself permission to just relax. So the thing that I've been the most busy with, like I said, was my class that I'm going to be teaching at Annie's in March. And some of y'all have signed up in the last few days. I think the last time I checked, there were 7 spots. And I know one of them has been filled, maybe more than that. So I don't know. There were only a few spots left. So if you're thinking about coming to that retreat, don't wait much longer. I'm not trying to rush you, but you don't want to wait and miss the opportunity. There were 100 spots at this retreat, and it's so exciting to be part of something, you know, that's fun, that's engaging, that is all about the people. Some of my favorite people are going to be there this time. There's going to be 50 more this time than there were last time, and I'm going to have the opportunity to meet new friends. And some of them purchased my class. And so the class, y'all, I am blown away. I sold out in less than a day and a half. And that makes my heart so just overjoyed, right? That number one, my first pattern that they loved, and that they are spending their money on something that, you know, hopefully I'll be able to teach them new techniques that they're going to be able to use on future projects. And so one of my goals with this class was teaching people how to finish. You don't have to reach out to, I mean, here I'm trying to like do some finishing. Finishing can be expensive, you know, like I started researching like, how much does it cost to get a pillow finish done? Well, it's anywhere from a small $15 to, I think, was it $25 or $35 for a pillow finish, depending on the size. A strawberry, some of them $25 to $45 for a strawberry. And it's not that I don't want your business and I don't want you giving it to other people, but what I'm finding is friends of mine and some friends on Instagram that have reached out to me is they do the stitching, but then it sits in a tub with a lid on it. And I'm like, why? Like, why are you doing that? And a lot of people are just afraid to finish. And so, me too, sister. And if I'm being 100% honest, I messed up on one of my projects the week before last. And I have yet to figure out a way to save that project. It's not all lost. I have enough of an edge. I'm going to be able to do a teeny tiny seam, but I'm not going to be able to do what I had originally thought I was going to do because I didn't measure the third time, and I thought I was where I wasn't on the ruler. And it's okay. So don't send me your stuff right now because I'm still practicing. My girls are like, they have more confidence in me than me. With that being said, I want y'all to continue to reach out. Use your sewing machines. Hand stitch. Reach out to somebody that you know can finish if you don't have your stuff finished. Because I don't want y'all to have stuff sitting in those buckets. That's fine and wonderful. But try to finish. Go to thrift shops. Find your photo frames, which I've got 4 pieces over there that need to be framed. They're too pretty to be a pillow finish or any other kind of finish. And so I want to find frames, and I want them framed. I do need to reach out to Julie and see if she has some frame specific dimensions that I love, and see if I can get those from her when she sends my finishing pieces. So my upcoming plans this week is I'm going to take a couple of days and relax. I will have Amelia starting on Thursday, so I literally have like 3 days just to relax. And then I'll have her, and we're going to go do something for Valentine's Day. We have the pajama party for Valentine's Day. At the beginning of the week, am going to start measuring my trims and stuff out for the class and getting them packaged so that I can pack my orders for retreat. So something that did come up was I'm going to market. I'm listed as a vendor now, or not a vendor, a buyer, excuse me. I'm listed as a buyer now, and I have found out that more of my people that I know are going to be there. And so I'm super excited. If you're going to be there, y'all find me. I'm going to be in Annie's room, or you'll see me. I have big hair always. It may not look like this. Today, this one's a little wonky. But I always have big hair. And so if you see me, say hi, introduce yourself. I'm having a blast getting to know people and just reaching out to people. So, oh yes, one other thing. I won a Winterberry, stitch box. I haven't received it yet, but I won it. And, I am so excited. It's Little Robin Designs. There were 700 and I think she said 50 something people that entered that drawing, and I won it. I'm so excited. I can't wait to receive it. And as soon as I do, I'll do a video and give her a shout out and show y'all all the pretties that I won in that giveaway. I think that's it, y'all. I hope that you have a wonderful week. Enjoy stitching. I am going to make some time to stitch. Be stitching with Michelle on Monday and the girls on Tuesday, and Wednesday I have church. Thursday I have an Amelia, and Honey's gonna be home, and we'll have fun. So anyways, y'all have a wonderful week. Thank you to everybody that has signed up for Lara's newsletter. I think the last time I heard from her, like, she had 160 people that had downloaded this pattern, which meant they signed up for her newsletter. So thank y'all. Textilly Crafts. If you don't know, go follow Lara on her socials, on her FlossTube. She's one of my new stitchy besties, and we're just having a really good time together. If y'all have not had the opportunity to come into one of our pajama parties, y'all come. They're fun. So it gives us a new opportunity to buy new jammies. And this time we are doing Valentine's themed. So you can do hearts, bows, all the fun things. Just come and join us. You don't have to be in pajamas. There were a couple of the girls that were just in regular clothes, and we just sat there and stitched and had a good time and got to know one another better. So without anything else to talk about, I'll let you go. It's been 29 minutes. I hope you have a fantastic week. If you need me, you know to reach out to me. Over on Instagram is the easiest way. You can leave me a message here. I want to know, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? Are you stitching something specific? Do you do something for your significant other? Do you do friend stitches? I want to know, what do you do? Leave me a comment down in the below. If you do an exchange with your girlfriends, just let me know. Happy Valentine's Day. I won't talk to you before then. I want you to know that I am so honored that you watched till the end. Leave me a heart. If you're not going to do anything else, leave me a heart. Pink heart is my preferred color. I don't know. I say that. I use red all the time. But anyways, my boy is out there. He thinks he needs in immediately. He's been barking in the background. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope your week is fabulous. Bye, everybody.